Last night it was Aaa Alianzas happening in Mexico City, Mexico. So you all know what that means, guys. It was a bunch of WWE people turning up to a AAA event and picking up some victories. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. This is a recap. It's not a review because I personally would not waste 3 hours of my life to watch guys in masks pretending to fight. Oh, it's Lucha Libre. It's Lucha Libre. Fucking, you want to jump off the top rope and dive into the bin? Then go ahead. I'll close the lid and never see you again. This stuff is garbage. Lucha Libre has never been a draw. It's never been mainstream. Look at the best. If you look at the best Mexican wrestlers, oh, but yes, you got Rey Mysterio because he could do phenomenal things, but he was like a one-off. Oh, the rest of them absolutely suck. If you look at Mexican wrestlers or Latino wrestlers, Eddie Guerrero, hands down, the best one. Didn't wear a mask, just had some of that Latinoitis, some of that La Pasión. So, yeah, Conan, I think is a really good guy, underrated guy. I enjoy LAX when they were in TNA. Two guys that didn't wear a mask, Homicide and Hernandez. Some amazing finishing names. The Gringo Killer, the Border Toss. I mean, could you ask for better fucking finishing maneuvers than that? Probably not. So yeah, the best Mexican wrestlers have just never really had masks, apart from Rey Mysterio. He's like the exception here. But there's been thousands of Mexican wrestlers with masks on. Nobody cares. The ones that we do care about are the ones that don't wear masks. Like I said, outside of Rey Mysterio. But we'll get into this show here. I'm not here to bash the masks. But listen, I see enough jabronis on Raw and SmackDown. I see Berto. I see what's the other guy? Angel, Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, Santos Escobar, Rey Fenix, Penta, all these guys. Andrade, we see enough of them, and then I'm sure AEW, I know Andrade's way back there, but AEW's got a shitload of Mexican wrestlers as well. We see enough of these Mexican bums wrestling every single week in WWE or AEW, and there's probably some in TNA as well. Why the hell would we feel the need now to go and watch AAA? I mean, at least you could argue if the big companies, the American companies, didn't have these guys, then maybe it would make AAA stand out and feel more special. Oh, if you want to see the Mexicans, if you want to see Lucha Libre, you have to go and watch AAA. But now it's like not the case. You can tune into SmackDown. If you want to see a bunch of Mexicans that have never drawn a dime in their fucking life, a bunch of Mexicans that have never been able to buy a burrito with their earnings in professional wrestling, then you can do that on SmackDown. You don't need to watch AAA in Mexico City. So yeah, fuck these guys. They all suck. Outside of Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio and Conan, yeah, I mean, who the hell cares? You know, we're dealing with jabrones. But yeah, first match was Siobhan Evans versus Axiom versus Octagon Jr. Triple threat match. The winner will become the #1 contender for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. And of course, Siobhan Evans wins because why? He's an NXT guy. He's employed by WWE. Of course he's going to win. As if it was going to go any other way. If a WWE guy's in a match, then we all know he's winning. Second match, we had Psycho Circus versus El Ojo in an 8-man tag match. Yeah, enough said. I mean, Ojo, Elgin, Circus, Psycho, who gives a shit? Just 8 jabronis fighting. Psycho Circus won. Congratulations for them. Nobody gives a shit. Third match, we've got Ethan Page and Chelsea Green versus Mr. Iguana and Lola Fice. Now, you might argue, well, there's WWE people on both sides here, so how do they decide the winner? I'll tell you how they decide the winner. The champions have got 2 people from WWE. The challengers have only got 1 person from WWE. So you guessed it, guys. The champions are going to win. And they do. Ethan Page and Chelsea Green retain their titles. And I'm not saying this is the wrong decision because I think that Chelsea Green's one of the more entertaining people that WWE have. So, yeah, you know what? Does she deserve to lose this belt? Probably not. But Lola Fice, you know, she's got that big Latina booty. So, I mean, that's not bad. But Mr. Iguana, just a guy dressed up in green that he's running about with like a sock puppet. It's not exactly exciting. If I want someone to dress up in green, run about doing like retarded, goofy shit, I want the Hurricane coming through. I don't want Mr. Iguana, who is iguana pet that just, it's not quite Mick Foley, Mr. Socko, is it? Let's be honest, it's a fucking really cheap, it's a cheap imitation of greatness. Right. Then, so, yeah, Ethan Page and Chelsea Green picked up the win. By the way, guys, we're speeding through this because I don't really care. It's Triple A for fuck's sake. And we arrive now at the main event. I believe this was the main event. It had to be the main event. According to my sources, it was the main event, so there you go. If there's still another match to take place, then forgive me, but we're just going to wrap it up after this fourth match. So it was Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano taking on El Hijo del Fandango and Dragon Lee. Now, keep in mind, El Hijo del Fandango, he was the Triple A champion. They pretty much put the belt on him because they didn't want Del Rio to have it, because WWE and Triple A were going to work together, and they're like, oh, Del Rio bad, he can't have the belt. So El Patron loses the title. This guy picks up. Now he's lost the belt. Dominic Mysterio's carrying it, and now he loses this match. So they've really just buried this Del Fandango guy. I think he picked up a win over El Grande Americano like 6 months ago, but since then, nothing's happened. And yeah, Del Fandango and Dragon Lee, two losers, two bums, lose to Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano. Two bums minus minus Dominic Mysterio. Then after the match, we get two Mexicans come out in masks. Some of you may know them as Penta and Rey Fenix, but for me, they're just two fucking jobbers. Like, what's the difference between Rey Fenix and Dragon Lee? Like, literally no difference. And the only difference with Penta is that he wears like a black attire, and he looks more like a heel version. He looks more like a demon version. But I mean, make no mistake about it, all these guys are the same. You could put Rey Fenix in you could swap Rey Fenix and Dragon Lee about, and nobody would fucking know. I mean, you could swap masks, and nobody would know who they are. You could line them all up. You know the way when some people commit a crime, and they'll line them up, and you have to pick them out, like, oh, it was him, it was this guy. You could line up all these Mexicans, and you literally would not be able to fucking tell who's who, because they're all jobbers. You're just looking at a lineup of guys that are like 4'2". I mean, I don't know. They live on a diet of like one burrito a month. They all weigh about 98 pounds, and there's just nothing here. There's not a star among them. There's nothing worth watching here. It sucks. It really does suck. But there you go. Dominic wins. Then we get the Lucha Bros come out, and they basically challenge Dominic to a match at the next Triple A pay-per-view, so it's going to be another tag team match. Dominic and El Grande taking on Lucha Bros. It's like, what the fuck are they doing? Dominic Mysterio is like one of the best guys that WWE have got. I mean, Dominic and LA Knight are probably the two best guys going into the future, which is very sad because LA Knight's not the future. The guy's like 43. But the point is, holy shit. I mean, if you want to push Dominic and promote Dominic a lot and give him a lot of exposure, why can't Dominic be main eventing on Raw and SmackDown? Why can't he be getting the mega push on one of those brands? But instead, no, we're going to push him in AAA. Fuck AAA. It's not relevant. Nobody cares. And that's my thoughts on that. So there you go, guys. There's your recap. We'll also be doing a recap for AEW Full Gear, because spoiler alert, we have a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. But we'll talk more about that when we get to AEW Full Gear. But you would need to be on a lot of gear. You'd need to be on a shitload of gear to find this show enjoyable. I didn't watch it, and I certainly wouldn't have mattered. Even if I did watch it, I wouldn't have found it enjoyable either way. So yeah, guys, sucks. Till next time. Peace.